G'day guys, it's Evan from 4x4 Australia, and I'm having a beer with Aidan Frost from Club 4x4. And we're really excited because we've got our brand new DMAX, the project vehicle for 4x4 Australia. And we thought before we started slapping gear on it, let's go back to basics and make sure we've got this covered. We want to protect our investment and we're going to be building it up. So we want to know the process of how to look after the vehicle in stock form and then how we're going to add value to it and cover that value. So Aidan, can you talk us through the process of how to insure this vehicle in stock form and then in modified form?
Absolutely. Thanks for having us, Ev.
Welcome.
From an insurance point of view, I would always recommend that you look at your insurance as part of your plan for your build.
Right.
You don't generally just sort of get a car and then decide that you'll put one piece on it. You kind of have a vision, I guess, of what you're going to do with
Absolutely.
it. You really need to do the same thing with your insurance. So key things that I would recommend that you ask are things like, whereabouts are you going to take it?
Right.
Do you plan on taking it off-road? Do you plan on taking it on-road? What's the dollar value of the mods and accessories that you want to cover as part of that build? Is it $5,000 of mods and accessories, or are you talking 10, 15 or 20?
Right.
And as you would know, it's not hard to spend those sorts of sums on a vehicle these days. So they're probably realistically the key questions that you need to ask yourself in terms of insurance. And by asking those questions of your current insurer or of others around the market, you'll get a feel for making sure that you have the right cover for those components. The next challenge really comes down to the mods and accessories themselves. So you've bought the car. For a lot of people, you don't necessarily have the funds to go and buy all those mods and accessories straight away.
Yeah.
So you want to ask your insurer about the process of adding those mods, what sort of intervals or dollar values that you want to put on, and how you go about having that changed. At Club 4x4, it's pretty simple. We will easily cover the vehicle, and then as you add the mods and accessories, you basically send us an invoice for the mods and accessories. You give us a photo to prove that it's on the car, and then we basically add that value to your sum insured.
Okay.
And give you a separate sum insured for your mods to the base value of the vehicle, so you always understand that dollar mod value. And then it's as simple as then having that added and paying the extra premium.
Okay, so have we done the right thing or the wrong thing here? Because we are going to be building this up, we're going to be heavily modifying this.
Yep.
But we had to pick it up.
Yep.
And we had to get home safe, and we didn't want to have any issues along the way. So we've taken out a policy with Club 4x4.
Yep.
How do we then take it to the next step? Because we're going to be putting bull bars and winches and suspension, and we want to make sure that's covered on and off road.
Yep, absolutely. Look, unless you can handle it a number of ways. If you're doing the build one-off and everything's going on one day, that's really simple. You get a list of the receipts, you take a photo of the car from each side of the car with all the stuff on it, and then basically we'll go through and add that in. Unfortunately, that's obviously not common for most people. It tends to be a process. So the way that I would recommend people handle it is you basically when you put a bull bar on, give us a call up and say, hey, I've just chucked a bull bar on, send us the invoice for the bull bar and driving lights or whatever it is that you've added in that stage of the build.
Yep.
And then we basically add it in and it's covered straight away.
Oh, brilliant. So we can really tailor it to suit what we're going to be doing with the vehicle, because it is going to be a stage-by-stage thing.
Yep.
And we want to make sure that we're covered, because I'm going to be driving this thing and I don't want to make that phone call to the boss and say, there's something's happened.
Absolutely, and it's all about making sure that you're appropriately covered. So at any point in your policy, you can call up and adjust that mods value. If you increase it, you put something on the car, you take it off because you decide it's not fit and sell it and get something else.
Yep.
That doesn't matter either. It's all just about making sure that you feel that you've got a value that reflects the replacement cost of the vehicle if the worst were to happen.
Okay, well, it's enough insurance. Let's finish these beers, eh? I reckon it's time to light the campfire.
No worries.
Thanks, mate.
Cheers, mate.